You're welcome to the program, the assembly, this very beautiful Friday afternoon. And of course, I'm sure you're having a very great day out there. I am Lord Lezer from the highest echelon of the British Empire. And today I've got very interesting people right here with me in the studio. But one person is missing. Really missing? Yeah, but we've got a particular lady in place of him. I don't know why he sent his wife. Okay, the Yoruba guy, I don't know what happened, but I think it's for good. So let's get to meet the wife first. Hey, how are you? Nice to meet you here once again.
I'm okay.
Yeah, what's your name once again? You're looking exquisite today.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, what's your name?
Okay. My name is Iyoloja.
All right.
Anmoluwapo.
Oh, last time I heard it.
Olaniyi.
Oh, you're done with the name?
Yes.
Okay, so what can I simply call you for short?
Amona.
What can I call you for short? Hey, Odogu, what's wrong?
Sure.
What's wrong, Odogu?
Nothing much.
Okay, so what can I call you for short?
Oluwapo.
Annie Oluwapo. All right, nice to meet you, Annie Oluwapo.
Thank you.
Okay, hey, Odogu, hope you slept well last night.
Last night we were flooding my containers, so I did not actually sleep.
You're fair up to this point?
Don't you
Don't you have some boys that does that for you?
Now, they can't count all the money, so I had to be there. And besides, if they are counting, I had to be sure that they are counting the money.
Oh, it's a pity. I feel for you right now.
No, it's not a pity. It's too much money.
Okay, it's great, right? Now let's get to meet you once again.
You want to meet me?
Once again, as usual.
Okay. In the banya pambo mazi udogu mwajaka 1. What am I money be? 2. Ojimoto emogo. 3. Uncle.
Kota from rail to somewhere.
The only man that had Kolota from the main load to his father's house.
Correcting you, it's not Kolota, it's Kota.
It is Kolota.
Okay.
The Igbo name of that one is Kolota.
Okay.
So I'm the only man that had from the bus stop to my father's house and back to the bus stop. The only man with the license to import all importable imported.
Okay, it's great. I'm very soon I'll get used to your introduction in full.
Yes, chop.
Hey, you're looking so nice, like all sparkling, all dazzling. How are you, Madam Dagogo?
Honestly, if you look at my attire, you will know that I am very happy. It is not easy. You people are always celebrating Christmas.
Yeah.
So we celebrated our Osala.
Oh, that's great.
So I am very, very happy. In fact, I am still in the mood. If you eat, there is a way you will call you my name, I will dash you one cow.
Malam Zagogo.
I know you don't Igbo. You will rush to Kweli. I am talking to the number 2.
Oh, you're calling his name, let him give us
Madam the girl.
I was even thinking you will call it in a very professional way.
Like Aboki.
He doesn't have a cow to give anybody.
You see your cow, but I just want to pronounce the name well. Something.
You are even spoiling the name.
Okay, can you just correct the way?
So the name is Mylan Dagogo, aka Officer Dagogo, aka the man on top, aka the husband material 7, aka the man that is legally married to 7 wives.
Do you have an illegal way of getting married to wives?
Igbo can explain that one because in their own constituency, at times how they do it is if you see one small nyarinya you want to marry, you give her some baby, then you don't marry and be that.
Can you imagine such level of discrepancy in my constituency?
Well, thank you, John.
Our men are more faithful. You people have legalized unfaithfulness. That is why you are telling me you are legally married to 7. So you can cheat with 6 with the main wife. That is legal cheating.
Number 2, what at the end you call it legal.
No, it is.
If I don't get time for money, I see somebody I want to marry. I marry. I pay the dowry. I pay the co-waiting the.
Is that used to spoil our children?
Yes.
Look,
you are right.
Lord Lasif.
Okay, like I'm watching you guys to know what I guess I'm making sense. But I don't think I've made sense of what you're saying so far.
Number 2, honestly, it would have been better. I don't even have any faster here than having a woman insult to me in the presence of the national television.
Then let's stand for the national anthem. Don't worry.
National, the woman should take it. You know,
That would be an opportunity, like a very privileged way to take it. So go ahead, the national anthem.
Okay.
How about? All right.
Rise up,
compatriot, Nigeria. land, which love and strength and faith. The labor of our heroes past shall never be in vain. To serve with heart and mind, when they shall die in freedom, peace and unity.
Do you rock my melodious voice?
You're back on the program, The Assembly. And today, of course, we start with the very first segment of the program, which we call the top 3 trends in Nigeria. And the very first thing that trended, this week, that was, I think, on a Saturday. Yeah, for the past 1 week right now. A particular match, a boxing match that was held where one of the very best names or the most popular names in recent times in boxing was defeated. Yes, and that's the very first trend right now. We have the person by the name Anthony Joshua that lost to Andy Ruiz. I don't know, it's a very, very, it's unbelievable. Many persons couldn't believe it. How could Anthony Joshua lose to Andy Ruiz, in US? So I think we have to make sense of this story right now. Madam Maz Adogo, what do you get to know? What do you think of the whole thing? How can you make sense of the whole story?
How can I put sense in the party that our brother lost? Actually, not our brother, her brother. Because he's a Yoruba man, so it's from her constituency. So you are telling me to make sense of it.
Yeah, what do you think about the whole thing? I don't know if you're a boxing fan, but what do you think about the whole thing?
I like it, but you know that Yoruba people, they have a lot of doubt and agbado in their constituency. So I don't know why he lost, actually.
No, that is not, is he Nigerian?
He's a Nigerian from her constituency.
Okay, yeah, I got to know that, he has this particular mixed lineage. He's from Nigeria as well as Britain as well.
His father is Nigerian. Don't breathe anything in this man.
No, he's Britain originally.
He's what?
He has a trace to...
Can you look at him very clearly?
No, he's dark, notwithstanding.
He is citizen
He's a black Brit.
but he's a Nigerian.
He's a black Brit.
Yes. So what I'm saying is her constituency. So I don't know why. She should tell us why her brother lost.
He did not lose.
Okay, let's get to hear from you. Why did he have to lose that particular belt?
Anthony cannot lose.
So what happened?
I'm sure something happened behind this stage.
Can you imagine?
Me more. I know.
Don't even blink your to do and all what this matter.
He
He
lost.
He lost.
Don't wait to it. This matter is a matter of national concern.
National concern?
Honestly.
Why would you say that?
Because I don't even see the reason. All these girls who are saying, my own concern about it is this. This is an evidence that her CISPA is a scam.
For real?
You can imagine somebody who say he has CISPA being defeated by somebody
with Superpower.
It means tomorrow Mr. Evil will still come outside and start challenging me.
So what are you saying?
What I am trying to say in essence is this. If I call Louis what is his name?
Raise.
I call Raise
Antonio, just go ahead, Antonio.
So if that kind of person
Yeah.
can defeat Anthony Joshua, it means Anthony Joshua is a small figure.
But what surprised my surprisement was the fact that they said at the end of the match they gave the other one, the one that won.
Yeah, 5 million.
5 million euros.
Yeah.
Then the one that lost, they gave him 20 million euros.
Yeah.
If it's like that, let us all be losing more. Let us all be losing.
If you take up as a transaction that was carried out, I think he sold that co-championship.
I don't know if he sold it or he did not sold it. The thing is that the money came to his bank.
That is my problem. I was see, let me tell you something. Some people are saying Anthony Joshua. Imagine some people are saying Anthony Joshua is a Yoruba person. If you check this young man, he's an Igbo. For him to accept to sell.
This particular engineer Joshua is from my country. He's Britain. Okay?
Why do you like
don't have
stealing
to-
everything
Don't
from
be-
someone?
Listen.
That is-
It may interest you. Hey, calm down.
You
Calm down,
people
chill.
like stealing
Listen to me.
things from
Listen
us.
to me. It may interest you that this particular man might have been hypnotized over there in the US.
He beginning.
Hypnotized over there in the US. And he's also requesting, he's demanding that he have a rematch of 40 million euros, maybe
Wow.
November or December this year.
Number two.
No,
So you
that's
see,
it.
that means that whatever happened might have been a fluke. Okay?
Number
Some
two.
sort of
Number two. If you watch that match, you will know some.
I watch it personally. What do you mean? I watch it?
Exactly. If you watch it, you will know that some people from her constituency were pressing him. You know there are people.
Okay,
They
it's
don't
okay.
wanna play
It's
around.
okay. It's all right. Sorry. No, over. It's okay. Anil, it's okay. Okay, let's go on to the next training gist for the past week. And the second one is 4 killed during protests over motorcycle ban in Adamawa State. Okay, now I wouldn't know 4 people killed over a protest in a state called Adamawa. I think it's in the northern area. But I want to know why would they ban motorcycle? I think that is a sort of business, especially for people in your constituency. They do that a lot. So how would they ban motorcycle in such a state? And I got to know that it was also banned in Anambra State. I think it's over a year right now they banned in Anambra State, but people have been surviving. But let me get to hear from you. Let me start with you, Madam Dagago. What do you think about the whole banning of motorcycle in Adamawa State?
Honestly, there is this in every coin. They have the front and the back.
Yeah, the head and tail.
So, it is a form of business actually for so many
Definitely,
people who are surviving.
All right.
And it is very, very cheap transportation when you come to the north.
Oh, yeah.
You can run from, let me use an example, from Unizik Junction to Government's House.
Okay.
If it is in the north, you can run from there 30 naira.
Wow.
Honestly. Amakuma, if you now watch what is happening, honestly, why they ban it is not because it is a source of livelihood, but because some people are taking this thing to code a form of criminality.
Oh yeah. It makes criminality easier.
So some people are using it as a form of easy way to kidnap somebody. Some people are using it as an easy way to come and rape you and then run away.
Is in Adamawa.
They use Okada to kidnap people.
Is it?
You honestly, exactly. I'm telling you
Your
something.
consistency is marvelous.
I am. It happens here. That is why the governor banned it. It has been happening everywhere, and the form of accidental discharge. I mean, you just the person, you jump somebody.
Oh, look at my face.
Accidents.
Or accidentally.
Yeah.
It is becoming enormous.
Oh, okay.
You understand? So people have been dying as a cause of a motorcycle accident.
All right, over to you, Adele.
Yeah,
How has it been? I want to ask you this question. How has it been, right here in Anambra State? At least this is your constituency. Motorcycle was banned. I think it's over a year right now. How has it been for people to cope with that?
You see, our problem most times is that sometimes when there is a matter at hand, we choose the most useless and irrelevant thing to do.
Okay.
Like, for example, when people were committing suicide,
Yeah.
some people said they should ban sniper.
Oh, yeah.
Sniper is never your problem for suicide.
It can be.
You ban sniper, they might choose to use knife or hypo. But the thing is there is, why are they committing suicide? Now, this Okada issue, when they banned it, they said, one, criminality, 2 is, what's it called again?
Kidnapper.
They litter everywhere, they're always everywhere, they don't follow traffic and all that. Keke Napep is doing the same thing now.
Oh.
Those, you people call it tricycle.
Tricycle.
Yes, that one. Now, what I'm trying to say is this. In your country, you people have, I've seen some bridges where there is a load for Okada.
Yeah,
there
we
is a
have
load
particular
for... Even trailer have their own lane.
Definitely.
But here we don't. So the truth is, if you ban it, I was in Port Harcourt sometime. They don't have a keke there. They don't have a Okada.
What do they use?
Keke
Taxi.
running roads, but the main road you have taxi.
Okay, cabs. Okay.
Those taxis still do the same thing that Okada do. They are always destroying traffic and all that.
All right.
So the major thing is not to just be banning Okada. It's to be creating traffic rules and people that will make it to be observed.
All right, and over to the last trend for the top 3 trends in Nigeria. We have that a Nigerian elected the 74th president of United Nations General Assembly, and I got to know that this particular man is Yoruba. Okay, so I want to start with you. I think this man from constituency. I can't place his name. I think his name is Bande or something. Goes from your constituency, and he was elected the 74th president of the General Assembly. What do you think about that? I'm sure you're excited.
Well, Lord Lazif, I am more than...
What's Lazif? Lazif?
Lord Lazif.
Go ahead.
Okay. I am very excited.
Okay.
Well, see, my people in my constituency, we can represent anywhere we are.
Like Anthony Joshua.
Well, that was your business. We can represent anywhere we are. See, look at them. They are talking of Anthony Joshua. He got a big money. Now look at this one now.
Yeah, president.
What are we not saying?
You
see all these people, they are supposed to ban. I don't know
money.
why. See, he's supposed to be Yoruba people in Nigeria. I don't know why we have all these people. They are the one corrupting us.
See, number two.
Yeah.
See, honestly, you people are just saying, the 74th president,
Yeah.
that is a Yoruba person.
So he's Nigerian, basically. I just say Yoruba because I had to start from her because he's from her constituency rather.
Ezekiel.
But he's Nigerian.
He's a Nigerian and he has our own name.
Yeah, definitely.
He has my own name. Not yours.
It was borrowed in them. So number 2, one thing I am very happy is this: we Nigerians, wherever we are represented.
You're right.
You understand? So right now, at least those people in the UN will understand that there is a leadership in our system, and we are going to rule the world. In the next 2 years, you will see it.
Which one I rule?
That is a very
the whole world.
Much as I want to be happy about what you are saying because it's only you hope. But what I want to help you to understand is this. You see, individually, we are very much successful. You understand? Rabutana Anthony Joshua lost. He's a very good puncher. Now, individually, this man has gone and won president of the election. Now, what happens to the body Nigeria itself? Have we been successful as a body? Not just one Nigerian succeeded in America or Russia or Ghana. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because most times we try to celebrate Nigerians abroad. Nigerians abroad are not Nigerians in quotation. Because they were not trained by our system. What happens to the ones that are trained here? So before we will start ruling the world, we have to be able to have ruled ourselves.
How do you know he was not trained by what?
Have you heard him speak?
Sure.
Does he sound like you?
Look at the way you are speaking.
Does he sound
Look at the
like
way you are speaking.
See, number two. See, honestly, I don't even understand where this.
You don't have to understand. Go for a very short break right now.
Yes, I am very happy. I am not. See,
And today on the program of the Assembly, let's talk about the malpractices in schools. Let's discuss examination malpractices in schools. In the recent JAM exam results just released, some JAM should be an examination center or a body in Nigeria right here. And the recent JAM results they released in 2019, we got to know that over 23 states were involved in examination malpractice. Thereby, some of the results there were withheld out of the 36 states in Nigeria. So I think it's just so rampant how the examination malpractices are being perpetrated in many ways in Nigeria, especially in secondary schools. I don't know if they have much of it in the university, but we'll get to know that from the people right here representing the various constituencies in Nigeria. I don't know which of the constituency. Okay, let me not try to accuse a particular constituency right now, because from what you heard, you saw that over 23 states, they had to release some results right there, and people were also arrested. Over 100 persons were arrested, for the said examination malpractices. So, but what do you think about that? How do you? I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy. But let's hear from you about the whole thing.
Why is that from me? Do I look like somebody?
Because maybe you're just closest to me or something.
Okay. Let me be sure, because When you said 23 states were...
Yeah, some results there were seized because of the whole examination malpractice.
If 23 out of 36 states were guilty of malpractice, sometimes you should check how they handled the exam from the body that organized it.
I wasn't there, so you should know better.
I am not saying that those people are not guilty. But the fact that the guilty people are so much more than the ones that are not guilty, it is because of our protocol discriminants.
What does that mean?
The checking of the protocol that the exam was used to be held.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I'm trying to be more
because if there is crime too much in a state, it means that there's something wrong with the constitution or the security agency. So if there is 23 states out of 36 committing a particular fraudulent crime, it is questionable how they were handled with the exam. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's questionable. So what could be the reason? You're trying to blame the body?
No, I'm not blaming the body, but I'm saying the body should check what they use to protocolize the exam malpractice. Now, those states that were caught in malpractice, I don't really know why they will be caught in malpractice. During my days, we were not so much in we don't even have the strength to be malpractice. We went to school because we wanted to go to school.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
not like now that the people are going to school because their parents said they should go to school. I use my bicycle money to go to school. I know you don't know what it means. Things are good in your country. But what I'm saying is this. In fact, I don't know why they were committing exam malpractice, but if there are 23 out of 36, Umbo Jam should check how they are using to anchor these things. That is my point.
Okay.
No, I'm honestly, if I am doing certain or anytime I want to prove my point, I make sure I give you what is called accuracy.
Okay, that would be great.
So, number two, these people college they say that they are using TDB.
You mean the computer-based system? Okay, CBT.
So, how can you use a TDB?
Is it TDB?
Go back, continue.
CQT.
Call it computer.
Okay, how can you use computer to write exam? And the answer is supposed to be points inside the computer. And then you are coming to bring out the result and you are saying they have done malpractice. Where is it coming from?
That is a very important question.
Did anybody show me the answer before I enter the examination hall? No. Amakuma, the result it come out, they tell me 23 out of 36 states they did malpractice. It means something is corrupt somewhere.
Okay, are you trying to say that there is nothing like malpractice?
I am not even certain. I will not say for sure that. Let me ask you a question. Number two.
You're asking me a question?
Yes, I want to ask you a question.
What question is that?
The question is this. Can I know what is in your mind if you don't ask me the question?
Can you know what's in my mind? Don't ask me the question. It's possible.
How can I know what is in your mind?
You could be gifted in that.
We are not even talking about gifting. No matter how intelligent you are, you cannot specifically find a question from a laptop or from a computer without opening that this. You understand? So if you must find your question for you to place your answer, you must go to the site. They are the ones opening it. They are the ones timing everything.
Malam Zagogo is a little bit right. Because
there is no point.
Is that this same body is always, they are always delaying exam.
So,
my cousin sister's brother was about to write exam. That exam by 12. 6 p.m. they have not started exam. So if, for example, let us assume that they upload the exam question to the portal or
from the portal to the port.
And then these people are already waiting for exam that has been released in 6 hours. It's an assumption. The malpractice there is from jam.
Exactly.
Because if you are delaying the questions, you see, the human mind is built to be perverted. That is not an excuse for a perverted mind. But what I'm saying is this. You don't create the avenue for crime, and then when there's crime, you say there's crime.
I knew, Oduapo, you've been concurring to what I've been saying so
yes,
far.
What me I have to say, I'm agreeing to what they are saying and what they said. But what I'm just like Mona said, that Just like Omona said, how will you set exam in the morning? You tell, I will send my children to go and write the exam in the morning. By 6 o'clock, they've not entered the hall. So now, all those things that they've been reading, that they've read, how do you expect them? How do you expect those things to still be in their heads?
That's a question. It means your children, they don't know book. It means your children, they don't know book. If they know anything.
Let me explain what she is trying to say. Although her children does not know book.
No. Let me. Is it because I'm a woman? Well, see, I'm just respecting Olani. I'm respecting my husband.
Olani, sorry, continue.
All right, but I want to know, how is it being perpetrated in your constituency, the whole examination malpractice? How do you guys do it in your constituency?
Okay, just like I was saying now.
Yeah, right.
You now have a child that left the house since morning.
Okay.
Since morning. And by 6, they've not entered the hall.
Okay.
To write an exam they're supposed to be written.
Is that why they should now come with some stuff to
It's
copy
not
from?
an excuse, but just like they said, it's from the board of trustee Abikilon Peron.
Nobody is stressing anything.
It's from there because, okay, just like they're using computer. How do you expect, where is the answer coming from?
I want to believe that,
Okay, now, some of them, you will not see results. You will not be seeing somebody is getting 5. Now, no, now.
That one is a marvel for me.
5 out of what?
5 out of 400. Even if I did not write the exam, I can't get 5.
It's possible.
Number two, even if you write only Yani, you are supposed to get to 5. If you can't answer, why will you get to 5? It is, in fact, it is the malpractice in it that is causing you to get only 5.
I wonder why you all are laughing. It's a disgrace to your country.
Yeah, it is not.
It's a disgrace to your country that in 36 states, over 23 states have cases of malpractice and were arrested. Not just a minor case of malpractice. And you're here laughing about it.
Number two, why I am laughing.
Maybe the body jam or something as regards.
Number two, let me tell you something. Why I am laughing, number two is this. These people we are talking about are people who are already inside, who already work with these people. That is why most of them were arrested. Are you understanding?
No.
You don't understand. Okay, let me tell you something. If I know the system, that is where I will now break the system. If I don't know the system, I will not break it. So I know, let me tell you something. Those people who were arrested are people who already told some people.
That is the question is question.
It's question.
Yes.
Are you understanding?
No.
Let me explain finally. And if you don't get it, we let it be. Go back.
I'm not tell you because you are looking this very funny.
No.
Let me explain.
Let me explain.
Let me explain.
You have more of ignorant people.
No, it's not ignorance. It's not ignorance. I am trying to
illiterate, I would say.
No, it's not illiteracy. Number two, you are using different grammar to explain one term. Number two, let me tell you, what I'm trying to say is this. If I don't have the code for my phone, you understand? You don't even know the code to my phone. But if I tell you the code to my phone, you will know it. Now, the exam was scheduled for, let me say, by 7 o'clock. And they are delaying it for it not to start by 7. It means some people who are working under these people are manipulating something. They have told some people the code to write and enter the system and then write immediately and pass.
Are you trying to say that
some people have written before they have started?
You see?
Thank you.
That is what Onyota, it is a malpractice on Jambo part to even delay the exam. That is
it is a very clear.
Now, I am not excusing the criminals that are involved. Onyota, tell you because you think we are supporting the student or whoever that is in the malpractice.
I want to believe that I was almost believing that
don't believe.
No.
But we're trying to find the basics of this thing. We will not go and be attacking the primary when we have not attended the primary. Now, for example, delaying an exam, which JAMB does every day. See, if they are not ready for computer or CBT or anything, if they are not ready for it, let them go back to paper here.
So that if you are calling, say, somebody is doing malpractice,
you will have
evidence.
But you cannot tell me that a software and DVD that was really, and those things are highly computerized. So why are you not telling me that okay, first of all, you delay this student, and then you know that there is a possibility. For example, if JAMB is paying you 30,000 and somebody is giving you 50,000 to just open something for them to copy, you will have the temptation. I don't know whether you will fall. But the thing there is this. The basic thing, 23 out of 36 states is not a joke.
It means something is behind it.
Are you telling me that?
You are not even telling me one state.
Okay.
23.
I further asked, the person in charge of the whole thing. I got to know that, some people had to go to the restroom, the convenience, and they would be there, hiding. Then when someone takes excuse or permission to leave the hall, he would now or she would now go there and then exchange with that person as an impersonator, and the person now comes in to write for her or him in exchange.
Who used to allow them?
Number two.
Like it's a trick. It's a trick.
Okay, number two.
Just like
now I am understanding where you are coming from.
This. You've been trying to avoid the whole main issue right here.
Number two. Now I am understanding. Now I am understanding where you are coming from. Number two, if these people are very, very vigilant, they already have a core database where you take to checkmate every person. Whether you are going to use as a restroom or you are going to sleep in your room, if you are coming back, they should checkmate the place.
So what are you telling me,
the person that left the hall, was he wearing mask? No.
I was in this school to see JAMB. If you go where they are writing this exam, I don't know whether there is not enough computers in this country. Go to some of those centers.
Two people, we are using one computer to write one exam.
No, is it possible?
Hold on. If you go to some of these centers after this junction, you will see that some of them, 50 people are writing exam in a hall, 1,000 are waiting outside.
Yeah, I think they have turns, right?
That kind of, you see, the turns you are having is more than enough. That kind of pressure of people staying outside will even confuse the people in vigilating.
Be sincere with me. Have you ever been involved? Not you though. Have you ever been,
either
involved in malpractice? Maybe in your constituency or wherever. Be sincere with me. These guys, I think I'm used to their lies, but I don't think you lie.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Thank you. Me, I've never been. Back in those days, we used to read. We read a lot. I don't know about them. It's on is saying, we used to read a lot.
Okay.
So even if me, I just, then when I was in school, I had some persons in my class that, women now, I just feel when they want to do these things.
You are confident.
Alaji, I get to the point.
You just say where they want to do.
They will now put it in their, inside behind the.
And the male invigilators will be confused. They can't search you.
Don't they have female invigilators? Yes, they will not. Some of them used to pay the female invigilators, but if they don't have female invigilators, they will put it inside, and some will just put it inside.
This explanation that it don't really get so to memories.
This is what you like.
I don't go live. All of my for Musa. He do examination for that is Amakuma he write for selling. For selling. For on top of fan, go back when you go write for on top of fan, say Amakuma if we start up for exam, he will look up, do like this, he go write. So he don't start an exam. Amakuma I see they look up, he don't write up for one. He look up, he write up for two. Never, that is exactly. Never now brought to light. Amakuma I see they write, he look up. The fan he done the turn already. I see Musa they do like this in the examination. Honestly, he not finished that paper. He was shouting they should open the fan for him. That he is sweating. How can you open fan when you are sweating? Some people are misbehaving. Very, very misbehaving people.
Exactly right now. And still the program, The Assembly, has been very, very crazy how smart Nigerians could be, especially in things relating to the negative. From the stories I've heard so far from these guys right here, I think Nigerians are really, really smart. But I just really can channel the smartness to something positive. You're still on the program, The Assembly. We're still discussing the examination malpractices we have in schools. And we have numbers showing on your screen right now. Call the numbers and contribute on the topic. And also we have the WhatsApp line showing on the screen right now. Call the number showing and then send a text to the WhatsApp phone through that line shown on your screen, and we'll get to read what you have to say on this particular topic. And now, let me start with you on Oluwapo. Let's get to know what could be the effects of such malpractices to the students or people involved in the act in the future. Meanwhile, let's get to hear from these. Hi, good afternoon to you. Hello, can you hear me? Are you there? All right, go ahead.
My people, you know that the effect of the exam malpractice.
Yeah, on the students, people involved in it. What could be the negative effect on them?
When you say you are reading this book and you go to the exam hall.
Yeah.
You did not read.
Sorry, excuse me. Hi, good afternoon. Go ahead.
And when you get to the exam hall, those things you read, let me just say you did not read.
Okay.
You now go, you carry all those things and put in the essential places and go and write. How would you defend what you studied?
Are you asking me?
I'm just asking.
Okay, all right.
How would a child defend what he or she has studied?
Excuse me. Hi, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, what's your name?
My name is Tim.
Could you speak up a bit?
My name is Tim.
Chimabi, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Ojo.
Ojoto. Okay, how's Ojoto today? Okay, want to speak Igbo, Hausa, or Yoruba, or maybe English?
Speaking Igbo.
All right, go ahead with your brother.
After all, one day we're going to have you.
Anajukwaju one day geje. Keke one day. I'm no well much. I know we was exam malpractice jamba na wayeka. Kewe imego malpractice before.
Kwa nkiyo kwa computer kewe kwa exam.
Okaka kalele. Mana keke si loye na. Keke si fuye malpractice ah.
It's a malpractice.
Of course. Why did you know? Okay, na kwa na computer na mezie. Na kwa na computer na mezie ma practice ajuwe de rampant.
Na kwa computer kwa isi
Mana mware ile na kwa na aka na eme ma practice bo.
Mana nka nke computer kamizo.
Okay. Ngadalo.
Okay, that gini for him to
23 out of 36.
23 out of 36. I'm recording.
Agota. Ngwan. Udo dalu me baro. Let me explain what he's saying. He's saying that it's the computer that is causing it.
Okay.
In paper-based tests, when you want to cheat, you can copy and cheat. But in computer, if you have gotten the question, you can forward it to 1,000 people. So he's saying that it is more rampant because of.
Even though I understand what you're saying, but I want to believe that it should be easier to cheat with paper than with computer.
Well, it depends on how you look at it, sure.
All right, let's have this guy. Hi, good afternoon to you.
Hello.
Yeah, what's your name?
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. How are you today?
Fine.
Okay, what's your name? Ekene. Where are you calling from, Ekene? Okay. You want to speak Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba, or English? What did you say?
You are from where?
You mean me?
What are you talking about?
Do you want to speak Igbo, Hausa, or Yoruba?
Igbo.
All right, go ahead then.
Nagegime.
Mom.
Imakuya ni kumakia.
Mageza malpractice.
Kowala hii mamakia.
Then my practice, all the general now, one after the mouth.
He make year before.
All I can say was,
Because I'm an only now working in a good background. Young and I joking, he make my practice before.
So you guys saying?
but I can't do it.
Okay, meme.
But,
Okay, became now.
Are you done?
but,
Are you done with him? This guy is laying us, man. Can't have that from him.
You will have to tell them what they will say when they call because some of them are confused.
It's simple. Just call and make contributions on the whole malpractice issue right here in Nigeria. It's a simple something. Okay. And let's get to know what could be the effect of that. Okay, over to you, Gagogo.
It is very, 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 very conspicuous.
Oh yeah, you're right.
That the effect of this malpractice is very, very enormous. It is something which we know. How will I put it? It is demeaning of somebody's.
It seems to learn these languages or these words.
Honestly, it shows that I am studying my dictionary.
Okay, let's get to hear from him or her. Hi, good afternoon to you. Go ahead.
So the problem is this: once you are done doing your malpractice, the truth remains that you don't have anything upstairs. You have an empty brain. That is why you people say it is an empty drum that makes the largest noise.
Okay.
You understand? So it is that malpractice that you have done that is making some people, you see them, you call them for interview, they don't even know how to talk. They don't even have manners.
And some political leaders.
And some political leaders.
Their PA is doing the work for them.
You understand?
Just like as I observed, our Igbo, this last Igbo guy that called, I noticed somebody was telling him what
Not to mind that.
That's what Igbo people use.
Let's go to solutions already, okay?
So it is very simple.
Yeah.
See, the truth is, at times, our parents at home are supporting malpractice.
Okay.
Try and encourage your child to read the book.
Yeah.
Stop telling your child that, sometimes if you go to the university, most of the people there will tell you, if they go to the black board to check their results. Once they see A, you see them, they will start making noise. If you know what I wrote there, I know I will get A. But once they check the board and they see F, you hear something like, I know he will give me F. You understand? So it is now the lecturer you are seeing that is giving you the F. But if you have A, you say you wrote very well. If you now have F, you will say it is the lecturer's fault.
All right.
So are you trying to, what I'm trying to say is this: parents should try and encourage their children to read.
Encourage their children to study. All right, let's go to you.
The basic thing I want to say, if you can read your book and stand on your own in an exam hall, you can stand anywhere. That is the most integrity you can ever learn. Simple.
Thank you. How about you? I wish I understood what you said. Go ahead.
What I have to see, what more do I have to see? I just think, sometimes too, just like Aboki said, parents should encourage their children. Parents should encourage their children on how to read, when to read. It's not when it's time to read, you on television, you watch it Telemundo. Kini Telemundo. Is it Telemundo you go and write in the hall?
No.
After you now say it's the teacher that is not teaching you well. Okay. Meanwhile, teachers will do their part. Parents will not say, okay, what did they teach you in school? Come and do revision. No. Omani, no.
Parental encouragement.
Go and eat. When watch do you know, when I was much younger, I was teaching some children. That is your business. I was teaching some children. I was teaching some children, and when I entered their room, their mother was watching what's this Indian movie?
Why are you asking me? How will I know?
These days now, they were watching Indian movie where they have assignments that I've given them yesterday to do.
All right, okay. I think we are all boiling down to teachers, or rather parents at home, learning to teach their children properly and also watch their timetable, okay? And this has been the program, The Assembly. I'm sure you had fun right here with us in the studio. And of course, next Friday at 2 p.m., we're here to serve you better than this. Till then, bye.